In this video, I'm going to provide details on how you can shorten the length of the Valterra cable pull type waste valves. And I discovered this after having trouble with my system, and eventually I pulled these out of the RV. And I actually power washed the valves with soap and water before touching them. And during that process, I found the owner's manual for the Valterra valves and discovered that they were actually installed incorrectly. And they actually don't close all the way. You can see that there. These were probably not ever done right. And we have this style, as well as I found that there is this style, and this just has a set screw and a little hole where the rod goes in. And to disassemble this cable valve, we just have to take 2 screws out of here, and then we take the cap off. And sometimes you have to use a nice pair of vice grips or something on these, because sometimes they can be a little bit hard to come off. And simply, that's the result. And you can see when I have this fully closed, this is actually should have been about another 3/8 of an inch shorter. So this is actually too long, which prevents it from closing all the way. And we're not going to shorten this, but you get the idea. But we're going to shorten this. And you can see this is metal, so we're going to have to use a Dremel tool or a grinder or something to get that off. And I'm just going to make the cut. And you can see I've cut just a bit off the end. And actually the procedure would be the same if we actually shorten this. And one of the things you want to do if you do shorten it is to run this in to cut the end off. That way you won't nick that. And then you can run it back out. And so let's reassemble. We're going to put this back in. Cover goes back on. Screws go back in. Now we open and we close. And you can see there's a mark here where the old one used to stop. So we've gained a little bit here. And of course this one's going to be so much easier because then you can adjust it a little bit with the set screw. And this is a little more difficult. If you're finding your tanks leak through the valves, this very well may be the reason. It may not have been adjusted properly.